In our previous video, we showed you the progress we're making on our recreational cabin we're modifying in the Joshua Tree area. We showed some of the background of what it looked like prior to the renovations and shared the expansion plans for the entire property. Since the cabin is not ready for us to occupy, we rented an Airbnb and did some exploring in the area around the cabin. Come with us and see this wonderful area near Joshua Tree National Park. Well, we have arrived at our Airbnb. So this is what it looks like. Let's go see it for the first time, because I have not seen it either. Oh, it's nice and warm. That is cool. Yeah, we got to figure out the lights. It's dark. Where are the lights? Those are the lights. Okay, we have the bedroom. Let's start unloading our car. We'll do a little more exploring later. Well, last night we had a great night, very relaxing, but we decided quite late actually to go out and sit in the hot tub. You could see the Milky Way right across the sky. It's very quiet, and the hot tub's a little bit away from the house. You can see there, and they keep it nice and hot. So, it's chilly. Right now it's probably, 40 degrees outside. But when you open up this, oh yes. Okay, we're gonna get in here. Hot tubbage. What's really cool about this is you don't hear any sounds around here. It's just completely silent. If you can see behind me, it's just complete open land. We have open land here, and we've got Goat Mountain behind us. And Goat Mountain's the same mountain that you see from our property, which is not ready. We can't camp in it or stay in it right now, so we decided to rent this Airbnb and learn a little bit about Airbnbs before we modify our cabin and build the new cabin that we're in the process of planning for right now. And at night, there's no lights for quite a ways, which is beautiful. That's really nice. And the stars last night were just spectacular with the Milky Way over the top. Right above us, you could see Orion, Taurus, and Pleiades right here. You could see Mars over here. You could see Jupiter right over there. And then we saw a moon come up just over the other side. So it was really quite nice. Yeah, I think we saw 3 or 4 shooting stars last night too. Part of what we're thinking of doing today is, on Goat Mountain, there's actually a small road that goes up to the top, and on top there's a cross. I don't know if you can see it, but there is. That's quite a hike to get up there, and I think we're going to try and do that today. We are heading up to Goat Mountain. If you can see that in the background, that big mountain there is where we're headed. We're going to try and climb to the very top. If you look, there's a road that kind of transverses up this hill and then cuts back over the top. We're going to try and find it. Goat Mountain is the predominant mountain or predominant feature that you see on the landscape around Landers, California, which is right adjacent to Joshua Tree. So a lot of the roads all in this area are just like this, sand roads. Ooh, I can't tell you how windy this is. It's super windy and it's cold, folks. We're hoping that going up this trail is going to make it a little bit of a workout to get some heat up, because this is chilly. So we're getting there. Well, we made it to this little trail road whatever you want to call it. You can see the views starting to look pretty nice. That property right there is where we're staying. You can see our car. And it's going to start to get gradual slope like this, and then pretty steep toward the top. We're heading up to the top of that mountain there. I'd say we're maybe halfway up the hill, halfway up Goat Mountain. So this is one big switchback, and it starts to go right up the mountain here. You can see Wee Wee walking away up there. Well, we're pretty close to the top. Right where we are right now, we just found a mine. But check out this mine. Yeah, it looks like it's caved in quite a bit. So you can't go too deep unless you want to get insanely crazy about climbing and rock climbing inside. This is an old car that they used more than likely to carry ore out of. I bet this thing goes pretty far back, but they've caved it in. Look at this old thing. They've got another hole over here that we'll check out real quick. It looks like animals are using this thing. I'm sure at one time it was a bigger opening and it goes back a ways, but we're not crawling in there today. No. So let's go over here and see the rest of the walk. Here's an interesting sign. Goat, 1953 to 1920. They've got a little bit of Skittles in here, and I found some Skittles on the way up. So I think we'll just put some more in there for passerbyers that may be hungry. Put them in there. True grit. So we're going to continue on up. You can see Wee Wee walking over there, and it goes on up the mountain up this way. And then there's a cross that we saw earlier on that mountain. We'll end up over there, I'm pretty sure. Let's see where this goes. It's beautiful. Here's another interesting feature. Somebody spent a lot of time and made a cool little resting spot to sit here and rest. Look out over the views. And looks like Wee Wee veered off the trail. She's walking over. I think she wants to get to the cross up on top of that hill. So let's continue on here. This turned out to be a pretty good hike. We need the exercise so bad. This trip is on the tail end of a 4-week cross-country trip that we just did, seeing friends and family all the way out to Alabama and Arkansas, and then back to California. So we've actually been on the road for 4 weeks, and we're going to be here in Joshua Tree for 3 or 4 days and then head back home. So you're seeing one of the hikes that we did on the trip at the end of the trip, because we really didn't do any hikes. We just ate the whole time. So it's good to get out here and get a little exercise. Let's peek over the edge here. You'll see at the same time I see it. Okay, let's look over the edge. We made it to the cross. Do 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 do. Couple things. 2 Corinthians 4:16, 18, and 5:1, 10, 8. Oh, look at this. This is seriously windy. I don't know if you could hear me. Woo, look at that view. Wow. And what's cool is I recognize something. That right there at the base, you can just see a little white chip. That's the giant rock.
Oh, yep.
Wow. So it looks like we're going to climb to the highest high, which is that point right there. Wow, it's incredible. It'll be 360-degree view up here. Wow. It is so windy up here. But this view is incredible. Check this out. 360 degrees. Okay.
I heard a ringing bell this morning.
Wow.
And it woke me from a dream.
This is just amazing open.
In that dream I heard a warning. Saying leave
There's
the
a giant
rest,
rock
take only what you
there.
need. So keep on singing to those who listen.
Wow, isn't that something? Well, we are on the back side of the mountain coming down, same trail we came back up. Wonderful hike. And one of the things we're looking forward to is getting back and getting in the hot tub. That's something we don't get to do very often, so that's going to be kind of fun. Okay. After that wonderful hike, it's time to go out here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please hit the subscribe button and follow us. And we'll see you next time on the road with Keith and We Adventures.
In that dream